Ahoy there, matey! Welcome back to the Critical Fools. You're watching a very special 3-part mini-series of The Quiet Year for our upcoming Waterdeep campaign. This is part 3. A link to the first 2 parts is in the description, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel to be notified when the real campaign begins. On with the adventure.
My turn. 5 of Autumn. The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community and for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? I think the parish arrives.
What is the parish?
This is like a group of, I think, clerics and paladins who have come to set up shop in Waterdeep. They've chosen your community because they've seen that it's really contentious. They're like, these guys are effed up. We need to bring them the church because they need it badly. They're setting up a church right here on that interstate thing because they know they'll be able to reach both sides of the community that way. So it's a group of clerics and paladins who have set up a church because you guys need a god, a deity. With that, the ranch project finishes. Josh, how does that resolve?
All right. Most of it's going to be cattle, not one specific kind of cattle, but just cattle in general. A couple sheep they were able to coax over from the killer farmers, and that is going to be it for now because that's all they were able to find at the time.
Okay, so they've got some cows and sheep. And the ravine project finishes up.
So while they're down looking in the ravine, a lot of stuff that they were looking at before is kind of closed off, and there's not much they can do. But they realize that the ravine has gotten shallower as it's closed. It's kind of just not going to exist, and they think very much that it's odd.
So the ravine is just not really, so the access to those tunnels is gone?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are blocked, others are just gone.
All right. And then world clock is at 2 weeks and underwater mining is at 5. I am going to hold a discussion, discover something new, start a project. I think we've done both things that aren't hold a discussion, so I'm going to do that so Kaylee can see how that happens before it's her turn. So
let it be known, I'm very confused.
Yeah.
We can try to explain.
No, it's okay. I think it's better for content if I continue to have no idea what's going on.
You'll probably figure out it when you watch the video.
So,
okay.
The first community member is going to say, I don't know how I feel about this new church coming in here. I'm not really a fan of missionaries, so...
I really think they could do some good for us, considering that seems like there's a lot of tension right now.
Well, as long as they don't interfere with my work, I don't care where they go.
As long as they mind their business and I mind my business, we all have our business. You know what I mean?
Fuck religion.
All right.
I see.
So, that was a great discussion. Kaylee, it's your turn. So first you're going to have a card. Take whatever action the card tells you to do.
And read it out loud.
Yes. So your card is the 7 of Autumn.
We can help you along.
Oh, God. A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
Yes.
Scarcity.
So the only project we have going right now is underwater mining.
Okay.
So you can pick that, and then when that project finishes, you get to decide what happens since you'll change the nature of it. Or you can decide that something bad happens and now we don't have food or we don't have shelter or something like that.
Okay, so what's going on with the water mining project?
The rich folk are mining up at the northwest part of the map to so they can start new currency with.
Is that the teal mines?
No, those are underwater tunnels.
It's like
pink
magenta,
circle.
Yeah, pink circle.
So changing the nature of it,
right,
would mean.
So you can decide that instead of these rich folk trying to get resources that the poor don't have, something happens and this project is now a completely different project. So maybe they found something and now the project is just changing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the optional bottom part. So as the supply shipment is being moved out to where they're doing the underwater mining, the little boat gets stuck in a canal, you know? There's not a canal. The boat hits a rock and an entire pallet of food falls off.
So you're going with something goes foul and supplies are ruined then.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
I could draw you a picture if you want.
if you'd like, yes. Representing things on the map is part of it. So I'll move food over to a scarcity then.
Shoot.
So we lost a bunch of food, and it's going to just take some time to get new food because we haven't killed enough bipedal alligators or
We
harvested
just
enough from the garden, maybe.
yeah, we just started the ranch, so it's pretty fresh.
Rip Ranch.
The blue is a big old crack in the boat.
Poor boat.
Definitely got
Okay.
that.
We'll count down the clocks. So underwater mining will go to 4. World clock is at 1. Then, Kaylee, you get
shit.
to either start a project, discover something new on the map, like geographically, or hold a discussion.
I would like to discover something new, please.
All right, go ahead.
How do that?
Draw.
Yeah, just draw something on the map. Like, here's a waterfall, or
Oh,
here's
so I just decide what I
a
find?
Mhm.
demon
Yep.
cave. Yeah.
Yep.
You could just be like,
And it just happens.
all right, there's God. There you go. Something like that.
Yeah, that's sick,
Yeah,
honestly.
almost everything on this map was as a result of discovery.
Okay. Sorry, this is so much power.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
All right, here,
Okay.
it's a little bitty bakery where they
Aw.
only sell French breads.
Aww.
Hey.
First time someone's discovered something nice.
Yeah, a lot of
The
stuff
only good things
really-
we've discovered, I'm pretty sure, in Waterdeep is a garden, the bakery.
anything good except for this bakery so far has gone like we've ruined it.
True.
But yeah,
True that.
as Kaylee, as you'll discover rewatching the video,
Okay.
most of our stuff has not been kind to the community. So
All right, Steph, it's your turn.
My turn.
The 4 of Autumn.
Oh no, the strongest among you dies. What caused the death? The weakest among you dies. Who's to blame for their death? Guys, I think it's come due time. Old man. We'll go with old man, not Jenkins, because that's overused. Old man Dinkle
Okay.
has died. Who's to blame? You think it's odd that the guy left town for vacation and soon after old man Dinkle's dead?
So you think it's the rich man? You're saying the rich man who left is.
The rich or the rich man himself has killed this poor old man Dinkle.
Okay.
Ooh.
The rich are to blame for old man Dinkle's death
Oh.
because of their hoarding of resources. So the poor were
Die.
living bad, or is there a different reason?
Mystery in our hands.
You know, I think it's because he didn't get the help he needed from those around him.
Okay.
Tried, but the rich did not.
Bath.
Got a Scooby-Doo mystery. in our
Okay,
hands.
well, let's count down the clocks. Underwater mining project is at a 3. The world
Oh.
clock has counted down. So, as like the dice boss for this season, whenever the world clock counts down, I make a big world event happen. And I think this vortex that Stefan introduced all that time ago is moving. And it's
Oh.
moving toward this island at the bottom of the map.
Ooh.
And we don't know what that means yet.
Oh, Steph should move it to the island. Closer to
Oh, I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
that that's an
that.
option.
Yeah, you can move it.
It, It's moving and it's causing just a lot of like storm things to happen. Well, I can't move this. Also, the spooky whispers are moving with it, I suppose. Okay.
That makes sense.
And then Stefan, start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
You know, I might discover something new.
Okay.
It involves the vortex.
Okay.
Basically, it's not going to be the best, but there is now a large arm coming out of this vortex.
Oh no.
Now, whether we know what it is, but something is coming. We don't know how long it's going to take. Well, each world event seems to be
Keeps
pushing it
getting
closer
worse.
to
Okay.
escaping.
I don't know if the Navy could stop
Okay.
this.
I don't know if the Navy can handle that.
Yeah, we're
Sea
treating for
monster?
bipedal alligator. All right.
What
Well,
a
it is
world.
Josh's turn.
All right.
9 of autumn.
The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and find something that has been previously overlooked. Okay.
Look at that. They're both nice options.
Yeah. Okay. What? Remind me what the projects are.
We have the underwater mining project only.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about that. Ever since its creation, we've kind of overlooked it and kind of basically forgotten about it. The tower, this yellow-green tower, we've never really actually gone to. Okay, so they're going to try to explore it more thoroughly. They find kind of a smallish window on the backside that they were somehow able to get up into. Really just find a bunch of chests and not necessarily tombs, but like big rooms full of stuff that they have not yet begun to look through. So they're still not quite sure what is in there.
It's an apartment building.
Whoa.
Okay. Tower is an apartment building. Underwater mining is at 2 weeks. Josh, start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
Oh, right. Unbeknownst to the poor community, since this whole underwater mining thing is kind of a secret, right here, a bank is. I'm gonna say it's like a discovery. They transformed a building into a place where they could, start a community bank.
Yeah.
And to try to establish Waterdeep currency for
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, Josh, do you want to move that a little bit farther north, just so it's closer to the community?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
gated community.
Like,
Things are getting a little crazy
right,
right
actually, I'm
now.
gonna move it one more time.
All right.
You. At this point, you should just be like, yeah, it's right here.
Okay. Now it is Chris's turn. You have the 2 of autumn.
Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? Or you find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened?
Oh,
So
many
many things.
people.
You guys remember my buddy Jack who left? When he left, he told you
rich
guys that they were gonna not trade with the poor people. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Because he's back from vacation. So it's just another rich guy back in town.
All right. 1 week left on underwater mining. Chris, are you gonna start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion?
I'm gonna start a project.
Okay.
So you said there's 1 week left on the mining.
Yes.
All right, this project is going to impact it. So both the mining and this new project are going to take 2 weeks. They'll both be done in 2 weeks.
Okay.
The project is the rich people are going to change the borders of their little area that they're living in right now.
All right, I can change that for you.
Just go ahead and
No, wait,
delete it,
it's
and
a
I'll
project.
draw a new border.
Oh, it's kind of weird because I can still see where it is.
I don't like the way this is gonna turn out.
Okay, so gated border 2 weeks, and you're saying the underwater mining will now finish in 2 weeks also.
Yes, because they're taking resources from mining to help with this project.
Okay. All right. This is something.
Oh my gosh, it's changing so much.
It actually is.
My turn. Queen of Autumn. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. Or nobody knows what to do about it. And add health and fertility as a scarcity. I think probably that the poor of the community don't have the resources to be able to just quarantine and treat the disease. I imagine they need to be working and finding food. So I think health and fertility are just going to be a scarcity.
Oh.
And if that goes like unaddressed, probably bad things will happen. So
yeah.
Project dice get to go down though. Underwater mining is now at 1 week, and so is the gated border being changed.
What would you say? Expanded a little bit.
I'm going to do a project with the mine that was discovered, right? That gray mine by the tower, because I know were mining and or like digging to find resources to help when Old Man Dingle was sick. So I think they're going to look there for resources. So I think it'll take 3 weeks, and hopefully they'll be able to find like some sort of healing paste or some shit to help with our health and fertility. It's Kaylee's turn.
And sorry, my phone's being weird and it won't let me connect my headphones.
That's okay.
But yeah, it will be my turn. King of Autumn. Natural disaster strikes the area.
Oh,
1. You focus on getting everyone to safety, remove an abundance, and a project fails. Or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result. Do I pick a natural disaster?
No, you pick which happens. So either we focus on getting everyone to safety or we protect the supplies and hard work.
Well, the supplies and the hard work I just kind of took a hit on earlier. And what's a few lives for some food, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the second one.
All right. So several people die. You can pick a natural disaster if you'd like. So what happened? What made all these people die?
All right, so what happened, and I will indeed show it here on the little map that you do go. Right down like over here, I kind of drew it the same color as it exists. It was just like just a little bit of a sinkhole, and just like some people fell in, you know.
oh,
Okay.
Where is this sinkhole? Oh,
It's
I
by
see.
your
see
garden, the
It's right
beautiful
below
garden.
oh no!
Yeah,
At the
Kaylee,
bottom
that
half of the map
purplish
is
rectangle
fog.
is a beautiful garden.
All right, well I'll give it like some shadow so you can tell.
The
It's
bottom,
just a very big sinkhole.
guys, the bottom of the
Alright.
map is fucked.
Well, the top of the map is just a mess.
Project maps are project counters are counting down. So first, the underwater mining project ends.
Yeah, so the project is over. They've been spent a lot of time and a lot of resources and didn't discover anything. All that's up there is just a bunch of fish and they can get some like food out of it, but there's no precious minerals up there. So we can get rid
Okay.
of that circle and the boat.
I'll move food back over to abundance if they're finding fish
Well,
after the poor
it's
boat.
it's fish for them.
Right. But
And
their boat.
we can get rid of this boat too.
Yeah. See, that one lost food, so. Okay. And then also your gated border project finishes.
It's
That
finished.
Border.
This is what it looks like for now.
Okay.
Okay.
See how the bank is still in there?
Shh, it's a secret.
Wow.
Old Man Deagle died for this to happen.
So the gated community has expanded and finished. Is there anything like going on like with the poorer folks in the larger community of Waterdeep, or what sort of ramifications does it have?
I know that the people that were sort of like in between the previous border and the coast, they all kind of had to get relocated. And so they're feeling particularly upset. But I mean, most of the border didn't change a whole lot, like as of right now, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's some people that were relocated, but yeah, you should probably take a point of contempt.
I've taken a lot of contempt.
Oh, Kaylee has.
Someone else can take a point of contempt if they
I
like.
can. I am.
This community is not doing well by means of contempt.
Not.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna make a new shape for the shit house, or it just because you can't see it. So there's the shit house.
What's that that purple triangle thing up by the cave?
That's you drew that.
No, I drew that.
Yeah, Steph drew
oh,
that.
yeah,
It was
Steph
like an
drew that.
old abandoned like encampment. Let's see if we can make it more of a triangle.
Oh yeah, I probably should.
There we go.
I mean,
Oh, cool.
I guess
Yeah.
you didn't have to because
I mean, it works.
plans for the future, but
Rip. Listen. Stop taking over the community, you rich bastard.
Yeah,
Maybe eventually the entire community. Will
Old Man Deagle
No.
died for your sins.
am I doing a good job as the asshole rich people?
oh, I love
Definitely.
it.
I think
Huh,
so.
So do I. I like it.
I'm trying to play
Funny.
both sides, but it's,
Just wait. 3 turns from now, all the rich people are going to be leaving to go to Mars or something.
Honestly, at this point.
I didn't know we had the technology.
Okay, so her computer won't do the thing, and her phone's about to die.
Okay.
Hey, at least
Well, let's keep going without her then.
she got to do some of this. So
Yeah.
Yes.
A little
Okay.
bit.
So it would have been Kaylee's turn to take an action. Let's just skip it. That would give one of us an extra action, so we don't need that. Steph, it is your turn though.
Okay. Let's see.
6 of Autumn.
Introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community. Conflict flares up. Community members, and as a result, a project fails. I don't think we have any projects going.
We have one. There is the mining project by the spooky tower or by the mysterious tower.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
looking for like healing crystals.
I guess I'll be introducing a dark mystery.
All right.
There's a rumor, a mystery going around that maybe some of the townsfolk have been seen with fish-like qualities in their bodies.
They're fucking the bipedal alligator.
Maybe not like that. Wait, let's down there.
Okay.
Ugh.
You should draw a fish person or something.
Yeah, and I guess we can move on while that's happening.
Okay. The holistic crystal mining has gone down to 1 week, and then it is Steph's action. So you can. Oh my god. You can start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
All right, so the last thing I'm probably gonna do with this is the giant arm that's coming out of the vortex, and the whispers suddenly stop.
Is that you're discovering something new as they just stop?
It's just gone. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's not good.
All right. It is Josh's turn.
Right.
Ace of Autumn.
The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure. Okay, part one of that is they decide to take more time to ensure that project is perfect. Add 3 weeks to project die. Or 2, they drop everything else to work on it. All their projects fail. Projects underway. Add a scarcity, warrant of idleness.
So only the holistic crystal mining is there. So you can add 3 weeks to that project. Or I guess all of their projects fail, but there are no other projects.
Okay, so where is this taking place?
At your mine by the tower.
Oh, okay. Yes, they want to ensure it is perfect, so it'll add 3 weeks.
All right. So it is back up to 4 weeks then until they can see if these crystals have healing properties. Are you going to discover something, hold a discussion, or start a project?
Okay, start a project. I want to first send it into the chat so you guys can see what I'm trying to draw. So what this project is, some people of both the skated community and the poorer neighborhoods have thought that they need to, like, you can say, a symbol to represent Waterdeep as a whole, and they're going to spend 1 week coming together to work on this flag. So I'm going to attempt to draw just off screen.
Okay. 1 week for Waterdeep's flag.
I'm going to first. No, I better actually just. I want to sort of freehand it.
Okay.
So that's my project.
All right. Then it is Chris's turn. The 10 of Autumn.
All right. Harvest is here and plentiful. Add in abundance. Or cold autumn winds drive out your enemies. Remove a threatening force from the map and the area. Let's go ahead and add in abundance.
Okay. So what's our abundance? What did we harvest?
We harvest a lot of grain, a lot of wheat.
Got
so
it.
We have a lot of food now for some reason.
Food. We're on it. Okay. The Waterdeep flag is finished. That project finishes. So
I'm still
Josh,
drawing it.
what's the result of the project?
While all the contempt is, well, it's not gone away, but so like multiple flags throughout the community. You can say more so in the gated community because they're able to, you can say fly it, but there are still a number of them in the poorer neighborhoods on mainly bigger buildings and buildings that can handle a flag flying at the top.
Okay. Maybe like one less contempt because the people are mingling, remembering that they're all folks of Waterdeep.
And once the flag is finished, I'll explain kind of what they're supposed to represent and what it means.
And the mining project is at 3 weeks. Chris, discover something, start a project, or hold a discussion?
we are going to do a project. So, you remember a few weeks ago when we had that discussion about the church coming in?
Yeah.
And there was that one guy who was very anti-religion.
Yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah, so he is starting a movement. He
Okay.
is starting, I don't want to say a cult, but he has amassed some followers and he wants to do everything he can to drive out this religion. So they're going to start a 3-week project to get rid of the main highway system in town so no one can go to the church.
Okay. We'll just call that the Highway Project. All right. It'll be my turn, but we're out of cards in autumn, which means we're going to be moving to winter. At any point during winter, the card, the Frost Shepherds, can show up, and that means that the quiet year just ends. We want to do our best to sort of tie up any loose ends that we don't want that we don't want to deal with in campaign. So, it's my turn. My card is the 8 of Winter. Winter is harsh, and desperation gives rise to fear-mongering. Choose one. Spend the week calming the masses and dispelling their violent sentiments. The week ends immediately, or declare war on someone or something. I think we've taken the bad choice a lot, so I think we're going to spend the week calming the masses and dispelling their violent sentiments, and the week ends now. So the projects do not count down, and I do not take an action, which makes it Stefan's turn.
In preparation for the coming year, the community begins a huge undertaking. It's a project that will take at least 5 weeks to complete. Maybe we'll do maybe trying to like cold proof the ranch, maybe
Okay.
to like make it more sustainable during the winter.
All right. So is that going to take 5 weeks then?
It'll take 5 weeks, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say it could take 6 if you wanted. Okay, then we'll count down the projects. 2 left on the highway, 2 left on the mining, 5 left on the ranch. Steph, are you going to start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion?
I am. Maybe I will start a discussion.
Okay.
Have you guys even seen anything about the clergy lately? Or the parish, I guess.
No, not really. They seem to not really have left their church a whole lot. I don't really know what's going on.
I hope the fish monsters ate them.
I see.
I just hope that they're not doing weird stuff in that building, like doing nasty things with the fish monsters, or I don't know, inventing taxes.
Trust me,
And
the rich people are going to get around to that.
Steph, you asked a question, so you get the last statement.
Do I have to say anything, or?
I guess not.
Yeah, I think we'll just, pass this time.
Okay, it is Josh's turn. Ace of Winter.
Now is the time to conserve energy and resources. Project fails, but gain in abundance. Or, now is the time for hurried labor and final efforts. Project finishes early, but gain a scarcity.
So our projects are the mining project, the ranch warm ranch project, and the highway project.
Before I answer that, I know the flag. I drew the flag there, but is there a way you can show the flag that I sent in chat as well? Because I think the one I sent is a lot better quality than that.
Yeah, well, I'll add it in post if I need to.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because that looks a lot better than what I just drew. So we have the underwater mining thing.
No.
Wait,
this
sorry.
is your mine by the tower.
Oh,
so this
the
is for
mine.
Holistic crystals.
Okay, we have that. We have the ranch and the church.
That religion guy is trying to take down the highway to prevent folks from going to church.
All right. So more people are being recruited to help with the ranch thing. More and more people are. So, and as a result, less and less people are. I'm doing the first one. Less and less people are being involved in that kind of revolt movement. So, and it ultimately just falls apart and fails.
Okay. What are we gaining in abundance then?
What are our scarcities at the moment?
So right now we have unity as a big scarcity. Health and fertility are a scarcity. We're pretty good on food. Our shelter is okay, and we have weapons. So
I'm gonna say because more people are working together on this little ranch, unity goes up a little bit because they're
okay.
being forced to work together.
So we'll move unity toward abundance. So then mining holistic crystals goes to 1. The ranch project goes to 4. Josh, are we discovering something new, holding a discussion, or starting a project?
I don't know how long winter will last, so I'm not gonna start a new project. As people were kind of going out towards the ranch to kind of help with that, they discovered kind of in this area a little. I didn't mean to do extra large, but that little rectangular square I made, they found what seemed to be remnants of a camp, almost a militaristic camp that has since been abandoned, maybe no more than a couple days ago. So,
Okay.
so it could be a foreign power or just a random group of raiders that had set up nearby
Right.
that are no longer there.
A danger, perhaps. Okay, Chris, it is your turn. 5 of winter.
Winter elements destroy a food source. If this was your only food source out of scarcity, or winter elements leave everyone cold, tired, and miserable, project dice are not reduced this week. And you said the highway project failed?
Yes.
Well, what are the other projects we have going?
We have holistic crystal mining and the ranch, making the ranch winterproof.
Yeah, we don't need the holistic crystals. We are gonna not reduce the dice this week for that.
Okay. All right. Everyone's miserable and cold and tired, so no dice are being reduced. So then you can start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
I don't want to start something and then like it ends next turn, you know?
I know. And if we do have projects that don't get finished before we start the campaign, I might have those projects just be ongoing during the campaign. So it'll just change
Okay.
the world a little bit.
Okay.
Let's start a 1 week project right here in the center of this in this little area, this orange dot. A bunch of the poor people are just creating a little lean-to, a little area thing for a fire, just to keep warm during the the cold months.
Bonfire project, 1 week. All right. My turn. Queen of Winter. You see a good omen. What is it? Okay.
Finally, something good.
I think that the folks are gathered around the fire or gathering things up for the fire. So they're right close to the gated community. And the gated community folks are attending the bank and, getting projects done in there. And landing on the fence is a dove right on the gate
Right.
between the two communities. Okay. So I drew our omen. We'll count down the project dice. First, I'm gonna do my holistic crystal mining because I think Chris is about to fuck shit up. So they've spent a long, long time mining for holistic crystals because of a different card that had happened. And they find that actually some of these crystals have magical properties, as we are in Waterdeep. And they can help with healing. They can help magic users focus their spells and things like that. So I'm going to move health over to an abundance instead of a scarcity because of the holistic crystals. Fertility, I'm not going to touch that. I don't know yet the effect of the crystals on fertility. That would be a separate project, I think. Bonfire project finishes.
Yeah, indeed. The bonfire project is finished. However, things aren't looking so good because you know that dove that was kind of showed up,
The good omen? Yeah,
the
I
good
do.
omen. Yeah, it was flying around and it decided it needed to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it released a little bit and landed on a guy who was drinking alcohol at the time, and he spilled his alcohol and
no.
it landed in the fire,
Oh no.
and it ended up burning the community, it burned out of control. It burned the community up a little bit. This entire area is just completely burned to a crisp, and no one can be there.
Caw. The dove.
So we have
Oh,
two burned areas.
sorry, I'm not trying to
See,
move that. I'm trying to move my dove back.
That's pretty close to the garden.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's a little bit closer to the road than the
Oh,
garden.
okay. Oh, geez.
Okay, well,
That's
that's
significant.
wow. All right. Oh, this was my turn. I guess I'll start a project, I think. So we've noticed folks with fishy characteristics, and we just got these holistic crystals. I think we're just going to start a fertility project to see like how we can improve that sort of like health of our community and research these fish folk. Clearly that was a fertility thing that happened. That'll take 4 weeks, and maybe we'll end up with like an OBGYN office or some shit. This is the color of a uterus. And we'll build it next to the hospital. So that's our OBGYN office. And then it is Steph's turn. The Seven of Winter.
what is winter like in this area? How does community members react to the weather? No, but what is winter like in this area? How does the excuse me? How do the community members react to the weather? I feel like weather here would be kind of sucky because it's kind of cold by the ocean. Depending on where they're at, I don't know if it'd be like a warmer area usually, but I feel like winter, depending on how it was before or for other stuff, kind of depends on how ready they are for winter. I think it might hit decently harsh, and they would not take a liking to it at all.
Okay, so they don't like winter.
No.
Winter, bad. Got it. Projects countdown. So fertility, OBGYN office is at 3, and keeping the ranch warm is also at 3. 7, discover something new, start a project, or hold a discussion.
I think I will start a project.
Okay.
I might venture up, like past the tower, like kind of up towards that way, maybe.
Sure.
Kind of up here to see if we can find something to maybe make everyone else warmer. You know, stuff to find to stay warm, stuff like that. Maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
So you're just on a gathering mission then.
Yeah. So like, I think that'll take like 2 weeks.
Okay. I'm using lots of envelopes as notes right now. Okay. So then it is Josh, the Jack of Winter.
An infected outsider arrives seeking amnesty. They have some much-needed resources with them. Choose one. Welcome them into the community, remove scarcity, but also introduce an infection into the community. Or 2, bar them from entry. What scarcity could they have addressed? And how does its need become more dire this week?
So on our scarcities, we have housing still isn't great because we just have the one shit house by the gated community.
Like that. Okay, we're going to welcome him in.
Okay.
And we find out that he's done a lot in construction.
Okay.
So that's kind of his area of specialty. So over the coming weeks and months, he'll be able to help us build better and more homes for those who need.
All right.
His infection. What infection?
AIDS, isn't it? Just kidding.
Actually, that was what I was thinking. Let's go with swine flu. Somehow he's
Okay.
contracted swine flu, and that's what he has.
Okay, so just remember when we're doing projects and things that the swine flu is now in the community. Projects.
All right.
The OBGYN office is at 2. Gathering is at 1. Keeping the ranch warm is at 2.
All right.
And now you can start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
All right. So with this tower that they've been recently able to get into, with how much there is, even though it's a big tower, but it's not like a huge tower. There's still quite a bit, like everywhere, and they can't just send everyone in there to search. So because there's other things that need addressed as well. So only a couple people are going to go in. But since there's so much, it's going to take them 6 weeks to search
Okay.
all of this.
We'll do the tower at 6 weeks then. Okay. Chris, his turn. The King of Winter.
Oh fuck. The Frost Shepherds arrive. The game is over.
Oh man.
Damn.
All right. So that's it for Waterdeep's quiet year for all the insurrection and strange political things going on with it.
I love it.
And during the game, what we'll still have is a ranch that is prepping, folks seeking things to keep warm, an OBGYN office in the works, and a mysterious tower that no one's been able to investigate yet.
So when these projects, you guys quote unquote, finish, do we still decide what happens, how it goes on?
I think that's up to the DM.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
yeah, I don't know. As Dice Boss, I'm gonna think on it.
Okay.
And maybe you guys can tell me what you think should happen.
Okay. But ultimately,
then
you have
throughout and with your actions in the actual campaign, they may or may not affect those projects.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I don't know. That was lots of fun. I think we have
it.
a lot to go on here on this map. I guess I should just thank everyone for watching our show, listening to our show, and we're so excited for season 3. At least I am.
Oh, man,
and I can't wait to find out about these fish, folks.
Thank you for checking out the Critical Fools. New campaign episodes go up every Saturday morning on YouTube and your favorite podcast services. Don't forget to follow us on social media to stay up on what we're doing outside the show.